Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be telling you about my E-Man progression so far on my Iron Man profile, of course. So here we are, we're currently killing tier 3s, this is modern day, and I'm going to be showing you in this video how I got to this point, and just like kind of the strategies I've used to getting here. So I'm just showing you a boss kill here. I usually get just around 50-second bosses with tier 3s. If you're wondering what I'm currently grinding for, I'm currently going for an Atom Split, because my whole goal is try to get Term, which is difficult for me to do considering I do not have a hype currently, so it's gonna be a rough grind, but you know, we'll work our way through it. It's not gonna be the most fun thing ever, but this boss is about to go down. Can I kill him before the beacon? No, I cannot. Grab the beacon and then finish stabbing him. That's what a boss looks like typically for me, but how did I get to this point? That's what we're going to talk about right now. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy the video. Okay, so before I can fully explain how I got everything, I need to show you what my setup actually is. So taking a look at my setup right now, of course I got Final Destination armor. This wasn't too bad to get, so Final Destination, of course, got Wisdom on there for the extra intelligence, just as high as I could get it. It's all recommed, ancient, you know, all that stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Now, my actual inventory here. Currently, I'm rocking a Vorpal, a Wand of Restoration, a Florid, and then a Necromancer Sword with 2 Wither Spectra souls in it. So how do we actually go about getting all these items? Okay, so how did I actually go about getting all of these items? Because, you know, they're not the easiest things to get ever. So, starting with my base setup for tier 1s, which literally you could basically use anything. I think back when I originally started doing tier 1s, I was like Shadow Assassin and a Livid Dagger. They only have like, what, 300,000 health, very easy kill. Okay, so and then from there you can get yourself a Void Walker katana, which, if I'm not mistaken, back when I was still using the Livid and Shadow Assassin, I believe it did about the same amount of damage as the Livid in that setup, so it's not a crazy increase, but it was something. Now, the next step up, because I wanted to kill tier 2s, I needed myself a Void Edge katana and my Final Destination armor. And these require a lot of Ovoids. And Ovoids are crafted with a ton of Null Spheres and Obsidian. The Obsidian is pretty easy since I have an okay mining setup, but the Null Spheres were annoying, aka too annoying, and I just decided to get a couple tier 4 carries to save me time. So, you know, if you don't have someone to carry you, it's still possible to do all of it without getting carried, it just takes a lot longer. So I decided just to save myself some time so I could actually get moving on into this layer. Now, once I had the Void Edge and the Final Destination set, it wasn't this good at that point. It was like, maybe ancient, non-recommed, you know, not in hot potato booked. It was rough. Okay. I also had the Florid at that point. I believe I still had a Wand of Mending, and that was enough to kill tier 2s. But the biggest change I could have made in this setup was grinding for a Necromancer Sword, which this item is not very useful for many things, but E-Man Slayer is like basically its main use, because any boss above tier 1, actually no, tier 1 has it as well, but it becomes a lot more deadly in every other tier. It has the hits phase. So having Necromancer Sword with Wither Spectra souls is about the easiest way. So what I had to do is I had to grind a fair chunk of floor 6, 113 runs currently, and drop the Necromancer Sword. Now, you might wonder how I get the souls. It's pretty simple. I will just go into my mage setup, grab my Spirit Scepter, go over to Crimson Isle, run to the to the Wither Spectras, basically just sit here, spam this till they're low on HP, and then just use the Necromancer Sword and kill them. Because the Necromancer Sword is, you have to hit it with that to have it drop the souls, and then once you have the souls, you can just shift right click on them, pick it up, get 2 in here, and then you're good to go. So now, the next thing that I needed for this setup, because I wanted to kill tier 3s, I wasn't happy with just killing tier 2s. Tier 3s came in. What did I need? I needed a lot more survivability. And how was I going to get that survivability? More kills on the Final Destination, of course, to get that extra defense. I recombed the Final Destination, put hot potato books on it, put rejuve on it, and then the other thing I did was I upgraded to a Vorpal Katana, which this part was a little bit annoying. If you take a look at the Vorpal recipe, 8 more Ovoids, a Null Edge, and then 8 Refined Mithril. So, Mithril, again, easy. Super easy. Mining setup, I was already, starting to grind for 655, so I just had that sitting around. The Null Edge was not too bad. It's a little RNG dependent, because you need to drop 3 Null Atoms, which wasn't too bad, because it was done by the time I got the 8 Ovoids, which of course is a ton of Null Spheres. And then once I got the Vorpal, of course upgraded it a fair bit, because it needed it. It was still spicy at that point. It was terrible. And then with this setup, and of course the Wand of Restoration being a huge help to this, because I could sometimes kill it with just the Wand of Mending, but it was a little bit questionable at times. So getting the Wand of Restoration really helped, and I know once I can get Wand of Atonement, I definitely will. So this is my setup for killing tier 3s. I'm currently working towards an Atom Split, and kind of an Overflux on the side. So that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.